This is me moments before I made one of the biggest mistakes in my life. On one random Tuesday, I severely fractured my left ankle.
My ankle fracture had a high, indefinite risk of healing incorrectly. I was told that if I wanted a chance at getting back to that lifestyle I loved, then I was gonna need to face the one thing I was dreading.
They cut my ankle open and stabilized my fibula using 7 screws and a titanium rod. My first weeks of healing had some hard days, no doubt about it. I had never broken anything before, let alone had surgery for it. My lifestyle changed drastically from one day to another. I couldn't bear weight on my left foot while my implants healed, and I moved back home again with my mom for the first time in 4 years. I was also very grateful to have my mom and brother to help during my recovery. I felt like a little kid again, being taken care of, but I was happy nevertheless to have her and my brother by my side. As every week went by, a big question constantly filled my mind. When will I be able to start walking again? Finally, after 6 entire weeks of not being able to walk nor move my left ankle, I was given the green light to start putting weight on it. Which was great, but as soon as I tried taking my first steps in life, quite literally again, the pain coming from the inside of my reconstructed fibula revealed to me that my leg wasn't ready. No two injuries are exactly the same, and our bodies don't react the same as well. My leg and ankle had clear signs of muscle atrophy, and I also lost a bit of that mind to foot connection. When I would try moving my ankle from left to right, I just couldn't. And when I tried doing ankle pumps, all I got was a minor movement of the toes. My ankle recovery was unfortunately far from complete. The next step in my recovery had less to do with laying in bed and more to do with my determination. The goal was simple. I had to go from not being able to move my ankle almost at all to learning how to run again. But you see, the problem with that was that I was strictly limited to only 35 days of physical therapy. I had no other option but to do 2 sessions a week until the days completely ran out. It definitely seemed doable to me, but eventually there would be days that would test my resilience, and that would keep me asking myself, am I even going to be able to run before my time is up?
It's easier to bury my head in the sand sometimes, and I know it's not the right way to go, but I pray for the ground to swallow me whole.
It had been 3 months and a half after my ankle surgery. It was not easy letting go of the crutches, but by this time, I had finally grew the confidence and strength to ditch them completely. But with every passing day, there was still that one problem with my recovery. I was told that I should be running by the end of my last physical therapy visit, which was 7 weeks from now. But I couldn't even walk long distances without limping. If I did try running, my left ankle would feel very tight, and I would feel this pain in the back of my ankle. It was hard not to get mad. All I really wanted was to start running again. I was back on my feet, yet I was still significantly limited to what I could do to stay active. After a frustrating night of not being happy of where I was with my recovery, I had a plan. I decided to make some changes to my routine so that I could ensure I'd be running by the end of my last physical therapy visit. From now on, I was going to walk every day. I'd go to physical therapy even when I didn't want to. I was going to work twice as hard on my leg strength, even if it meant less rotting time. I would stretch and rest when needed, and I would even eat better food. But most importantly, I had to remember one thing.
I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is. Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose.
Me or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hope is something you give yourself. That is the meaning of inner strength. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place.
At nearly 6 months after my ankle surgery, I was running again. And I'd managed to accomplish this just a couple weeks before my last physical therapy visit. But I knew it was going to take a bit more work and time to regain that physical stamina I had pre-injury. But nevertheless, I was happy that I could start regaining a big part of who I am. 1 year later, after ankle surgery, I would say my ankle recovered at a 95%. Any slight differences or discomfort that comes with strenuous activities is very minimal. The only reason I wouldn't say my ankle recovered at 100% is because any type of big injury takes a big toll on the body. One doctor even told me that my left ankle would just simply not be the same as the right ankle in terms of range of motion. Yet, I feel like I proved him wrong. I see what he meant because the back of my leg and ankle feels less elastic sometimes, but it rarely ever so bothers me. I managed to return to that life I love. I forget I have metal in my ankle, but one thing that did change in my life is stretching. I used to never stretch, but I would do an excessive amount of physical activity. Looking back now, that had to obviously be one of the big reasons that led to my injury. I now stretch almost every day. I'm still not perfect at remembering to do it every day, but I've learned to take good care of my body. And most importantly, I learned to rest when my body is asking for it. I'm proud to say that I'm back to that adventurous life I love. But recovering from this injury was not an easy thing to go through. But looking back at this part of my life, I now know that breaking my ankle wasn't a mistake. It was a pivotal point in my life. It was redirection. For the first time in years, I had time to do things I couldn't accomplish during college, such as starting a YouTube channel. And I finally got the rest my body needed after what felt like a year of running around with my head loose, trying to stay busy but not having a concrete plan for post-college. Now, a much more reflected and rested version of myself is on a path towards something that's making me 10 times happier. I am now working my dream job as a content creator for the environment and wildlife conservation. This injury taught me a lot of things, and it made me grateful for a lot of things as well. But I think one of the most important things it taught me was you have to take your time figuring out what you want in life. And once you know the next step that you want to take in life, you must go for it.